Alright. It's been a hot second since I've done a stream. There's no audio slider for this game. And it's really disturbing me. Alright, mouse is good. Got the little Pier guy. He's good. And I got a little bit of apple cinnamon bread and a root beer. So I'm in a good spot right now. I got some peanuts too, but I don't think I'll eat them. I also got the flavored toothpicks. I'm so ready. I need to turn this down more. It's so loud. I need to test it on Twitch to see if it's not too loud. Because this seagull noise is like driving me bananas. I know the game is called like When Seagulls Cry, but still it's a bit much. I don't think it's that bad. Wait. Okay. I'm just gonna keep it going like one more time. Okay. I think I'm just overreacting. Start. Welcome to Rokenjima. Begin new game. Suspended games also be resumed from here. Legend of the Golden Witch. Welcome to Rokenjima. The Golden Witch extends her heartfelt greetings. Please take it easy and relax for the time being. There's no need to think overly hard about any of this. Quietly accept all this is about to happen. That is all that's being asked of you. The difficulty level is standard. We might as well at least start by taking the easy road. New function. Tip. Oh, no. Oh, I'm restarting the game. Oh my god, I'm restarting the game. Oh, I forgot to mute on Twitch. Hold up. It should come back on in a second. I clicked off the screen, that's the problem. Okay, new function tips mode. In the middle of the game, at any time, right-click with the mouse button will open up the tips mode. Here, besides the save and load functions, you can view character profiles and more. Additional information will be added as you progress through the story. Probably a good idea to take a peek here every once in a while. So we got Ishiromiya Battler. The son of Rudolph and his first wife, Asumu. Oh, is that a family tree? No. I don't think so. When his father married a second wife shortly after Asumu's death, Badler rebelled and went to live with his grandparents on his mother's side. However, both of his grandparents passed away and he's now returned to the Ushiromiya family after 6 years. This family conference is a chance for him to renew his friendship with his cousins after a 6-year gap. Okay. I think that's the main character, but I'm not sure. This story is very obviously fictional and fantastic in nature. Blah, 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 blah. Again? I'm doing voices. I'm a voice doer. Again? So, you still haven't overcome your love of alcohol? The old physician let out a sigh as he removed the stethoscope. Two elderly men could be seen in a dimly lit study, which was filled with dust and a sickly sweet stench. In the corner of this room, which was much larger than what most people would call a study, was an expensive-looking bed. A man undergoing a medical examination, and the physician conducting it. There was also what appeared to be a servant watching over the whole scene. The bottle is my friend. It is no less of a friend than you, and you've stood by my side even longer than you, and it has stood by my side even longer than you have. As the man baring his chest for the stethoscope rearranged his clothes, he spoke unapologetically. Kinzo-san. Your body only appears to be well thanks to the effects of the medicine. Kinzo-san. Your body only appears to be well thanks to the effects of the medicine. However, if you continue to drink such strong spirits, the treatment will become meaningless. Trust my judgment. Refrain from drinking. I thank you, though only for the sentiment. Genji, another glass, watering down slightly. That way Nanjo can see the face. Are you quite sure? After eyeing both the master who demanded the alcohol and the family doctor who forbade it, Genji, the old butler, slightly gave a slight nod and carried out his master's orders faithfully. Gonna have a little hoop here. Love it. Doctor, Nanjo. Okay, so we got Nanjo, the doctor, Genji, the... But a deep sigh once again as he watched the butler busy himself alongside the liquor cabinet. There was a smell filling up the room. Oh god. And this sweet, poisonous aroma felt as though it melted the heart, if not the soul itself. Oh, he was an absinthe drinker. He drank absinthe. Wow, that's really bad. It was the smell of that venomous green drink the man couldn't bear to part with. Nanjo, you are my close friend. We have known each other for quite a long time. I am deeply grateful for all that you've done to keep me alive this long. I have done nothing. After all, you never listened to my advice as your physician. Ha 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 ha. And you never listened to what I warned you about a mistaken chess move you're about to make. It seems only fair, does it not? Master, thank you. I wouldn't die if I ran out of your medicine, but I would if I ran out of this. Disregarding Nanjo, who had his face set in a resigned expression, Kinzo took the glass that Genji was holding out to him. Very few people would associate that venomous color with an alcoholic beverage. It's absinthe. It's green. He's chasing the green fairy. Nanjo, be honest with me. How much time do I have left? Well now. How short must I make it to convince you to set the bottle aside? Nanjo once again let out a sigh of resignation. Then he finally spoke to Kinzo as the latter swirled his glass. You don't have long. What precisely do you mean by that? Let us illustrate it with the chess game here. You have very nearly achieved checkmate. You have not yet cornered my king. Ninjo's gaze was directed at a side table with his massive chess set placed atop of it. Judging by the positioning of the pieces, the game seemed to be entering its final stage. Black's rook and bishop cutting deeply into the enemy lines, which I can't really even see it. What piece that is. White's king had already been castled and cornered, so even an amateur could see the match would reach its conclusion before he. Every time Nanjo came to give a medical examination, both of them would make a few moves. Nanjo was hinting that Kinzo would most likely fall into his eternal sleep before this game could even be concluded. These were less the words of a physician than they were the words of an old friend. Were you a normal patient, I would recommend that you write a will at this point. And what is a will? Handwritten instructions to the vultures who devour and scatter my walls? Well, not at all. As the word suggests, it is a way for you to record your will for later generations. More than just a means to divide your inheritance. Oh. And apart from the division of inheritance, what might I write of? You might write of your regrets, or matters you have left unfinished. Things you want to pass down to others, or merely matters you wish to communicate. Anything. We talk to a lawyer about this. Things I want to pass down to others, or matters I wish to communicate. Ridiculous. I, Ishiro Kinzo, have not one thing I want to tell the world or leave behind. I was born with nothing. I will die with nothing. There is nothing I wish to leave my foolish children. Even if the end were to come today, even if it were to come right now, I would accept that fate of death without a trace of fear. I created everything. My fortune, my prestige, everything. Those were built by me, and they will be lost along with me. There is nothing I wish to leave behind. Nothing! After I'm gone, I care not if it goes all to waste. I desire no tomb, no coffin. Those were the terms of my contract I made with the witch. Ooh, he's made an umbral bargain. I love it. When I die, everything will be lost. That has been part of the promise since the beginning, and that's why nothing will be left behind. There is nothing I can leave behind. After reaching a furious crescendo, Kinzo suddenly slumped over. His expression was limp and feeble, as though an evil spirit had possessed him, and then left. Ellipses. However, I do have one. I have nothing to leave behind. There is one thing I cannot leave undone. You would do well to write it down. Of course, it would be the best if you could finish it before your time comes. However, even if the worst happens, those who come after you will carry it to completion. You must leave behind your regrets so that you can be resolved even if you are unable to do so yourself. That is the purpose of a will. When Nanjo tried to gently pat Kinzo's shoulder, the dying man flew into a sudden rage and battled away Nanjo's hand. It's useless! 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 It must be done while I still live. At the moment of my death, my soul will be devoured by the demons of the contract and wiped out of existence. For me, there will be no peace or another world after death. That's why everything must be completed before I go. That's why a will has no meaning for me. And even if I had a chance to write such a thing, if I did have such a chance, I'd want to see it. I want to see it one more time. I want to see Beatrice's smiling face for one last time. Oh, Beatrice, why have you resisted me so long? I'll return everything you have given me. I am prepared to lose everything. So please, show me your smile just one more time. Beatrice, I beg of you. You must be able to hear my plea. That's the kind of woman you are. I beg of you, show yourself to me. You're here, aren't you? You're standing there, invisible, listening to every word I say. And even now, you're mocking from somewhere in this room, aren't you? Please, appear before me once more and smile. Feel free to scold me even. Snatch away my life by your own hands if you do so desire. I don't want to die alone like this. I cannot let myself die until I've seen your smile just one more time. I'm really being performative here. This game's for myself. I haven't had this cinnamon bread. There's one local bakery in a while. It's super soft. It's like one of those. Also, I thought it was going to be a nut bread, but it's not. Ah, Beatrice, Beatrice, I offer up this life of mine. I offer it. Oh, well, he already offered up his life to the witch. Unless Beatrice is the witch. I'm begging you, Beatrice. And, oh my god. Yeah, I think that's the main character. This is so cool. I'm loving it. Welcome to Rokenjima. What does Jima mean? Ah, we're in the 80s, baby. The first day, October 4th, 1986. Whoa. Things sure move with the times. I can't believe we'll be able to make this trip in just 20 minutes. I couldn't help but scratch my head and marvel at how far things have come in recent years. We used to go by boat. Back then, we were all forced to endure nearly half a day of swaying back and forth over the sea before we reached Niijima. Niijima. Things have gotten so much more convenient these days. Still, I've never been on a plane this small. I've flown in a huge jumbo jet before, but this will be my first experience in such a tiny one. It's gonna shake, isn't it? They say the smaller boats shake more than the big ones, they do. So actually, that's... I went on a big boat. It was really choppy water once, but yeah, generally. So I guess the same rule probably applies to planes. Just spare me. Ha ha ha. Don't you worry, Battler. I don't know if I could do the honorifics. This is probably the best friend. It shakes much less than that boat did. Yeah. Is that you, George Aniki? I think it means brother. Don't scare me like that. You just shaved off 3 years of my life. I'm so a little upset. I have no way to tell if my streams, if my audio balance is off. It's really off. It's really off. Okay. Wait, am I even on the right input for my mic? Hold up. Okay. This is it. Hello? Okay. Hello? Okay. Hello? I think it's fine. I think I'm just being paranoid about mic levels. We'll see. Maybe I just gotta pull the mic a little closer to my Gesicht, and we'll be fine. We'll see. Okay, back to the game. And we'll be fine. All right. Oh, okay, I missed all that. Oh wait, few years shaving off my life. Anyways, shaking too good. Anyways, blah 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 blah. Plain shaking. Of course not. My mistake. I see you've changed a lot since we last saw you. After all, oh wait. It's been 6 years since then. I'm just gonna turn it down even more. I'm so nuts. You're not a kid anymore. Ha 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 ha. Sheesh. And here you are, old enough to smoke and drink. I've got no interest in smoking, but I've always wanted to try some booze. Well, if you got your dad's genes, I'll bet you could hold your own when it comes to drinking, right? That's so crazy that he said that. Well, I usually drink for business rather than pleasure. It's pretty hard to do in Japan without it. That's exactly right. That's why I've never missed a chance to get some practice. That's not good, Battler-kun. You're still a minor. Don't you know alcohol can stunt the growth of, I can't believe he just said that. Come on, I'm tall enough already. I don't know if that's what he meant. In fact, it'd be easier to find clothes if I shrunk a little. I puffed out my chest proudly. Until I hit my growth spurt, my height was below average in my class, but then I grew and grew. And before I knew it, I was 5'11". I'm 5'11", that's wild. Good for him. Welcome to the 5'11 club. I guess I have all that muscle training and those shady mail order performance enhancing drugs to thank for that. Before then, I never... Oh, wait. There we go. Before then, I'd never dreamed that I'd shoot 10 centimeters above George Aniki, who'd reached his peak height early on. Damn. I bet my relatives will all say, look how big you've grown, Battler-chan, or something. It's all so embarrassing. I wish they'd given me a break. Anyway, my name Battler? Well, it's pretty damn weird, don't you think? I gotta wonder what my parents were thinking when they named me that. Oh. I never met anyone who could read it right the first time. I guess that's because it's like an English word that is being put into kanji, so... I usually get called Sento-kun. Sorry, but that's not even close. My name is written... whatever that reads. Can you read it? Nope. Can you read it? The first part of my name is Ushiro Miya. That's a fairly plausible pronunciation so far. The problem is my given name. Oh, so his name is made up of the characters for fight and person, and it's pronounced battler. Put it all together and you've got Ushiromiya Battler. Pretty crazy, right? It's crazy enough that my parents decided to call me that, but it's even more crazy that some government worker let them make it official. Both groups are at the top of my must-kill list. Anyway, this is one of my cousins. His name is Ushiromiya George. He's 5 years older than me, so he must be turning 23 this year. Since the Ushiromiya cousins consist of 2 boys and 2 girls, I ended up playing with George all the time. And because I've always thought of him as a big brother, I still call him Aniki today. Whoa, Battler-kun, look how big you've gotten! You know what they say, leave a boy for 3 days and you'll hardly recognize him. It must be in his blood. Rudolph wasn't that tall either until his high school years. Perhaps people end up taller if their growth spurt comes late. Nah, it's nothing special. A real man needs to be tough on the inside too. I feel like I need color-coded text boxes because I'm not very smart. Exactly. Battler-kun here knows how it works. Real men win or lose based off what they've got on the inside. Can't even forget to keep your training and discipline. You gotta do that. Wait very alertly for the perfect moment and strike. Now, I even imagine that I'd become the company president I am, master of my own domain. I gotta mute for a second, hold up. Okay, we're good. Yep, to think I've come this far after starting out penniless and ruined. This stout, plump old guy is George Aniki's dad, Uncle Hideyoshi. He's the husband of Dad's older sister. In other words, we're not blood related. He's nice to the children, sociable all the time, and even quick to give out some spending money to us kids. He's evil. Simply put, he's an awesome uncle. He speaks in a very odd and very noticeable Kansai dialect, but he's actually a natural born Kanto man. Apparently impressions are everything in the business world. So speaking in a different style than other southern act to make him stick out more. However, I hear he gets embarrassed when talking with an earshot of a real Kansai person, so he switches to standard Japanese. I don't really get it, but he's definitely an interesting person. I think that's gonna be his aunt then, right? If you weren't so quick to brag about your life story, that's enough for now, I think. I'm sure Battler's getting tired of it. Aren't you? Nope, not at all. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty cool for a man to have some stories he can brag about. I don't have anything like that at all. Oh, really? Oh, really? I'd imagine a man with your looks could leave a girl crying left and right. I can't believe you have nothing at all to brag about. Well, what? You're joking, right? Of course nothing weird like that's ever happened to me. Heck, I wish it would. Come on, you aren't fooling anyone. Giggle. You must tell your aunt all about it later. Nothing wrong with that. I think anything like that at all. I'd imagine a man with your looks Yeah, it's fine. I'm so paranoid. You must tell your aunt all about it later. After all, nothing of the sort ever happens to George. This is George Anaki's mother, Aunt Ava. She's my dad's older sister. She and Uncle Hideyoshi are a pair of jokers, and they've always teased me, back as far as I can remember. It sometimes made them a bit hard to get along with when I was small. Well, I guess the events of the last 30 seconds proved they could be still hard to get along with. Do I have water? I do have water. Even so, George Anaki's family is interesting and fun, and they seem to get along just fine. Sheesh, that's pretty much the total opposite of my family. Battler-kun, holy moly, what is that fit? Hey, I'm not taking this character seriously. This is just a bit much. Have you seen Rudolph-san? Huh? He headed to the bathroom a while ago. Is he not back yet? Heh. Maybe the poor geezer dropped dead. Namu, 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 namu. That's no way to talk about your own father. Still, this isn't the first time he's taken so long in the bathroom. Yeah, the guy's always been that way. Does he really have to take a magazine with him every time he needs to take a dump? And what on earth is he doing with those particular magazines? Oh, and you don't need to worry about that at all. Since we've been together, I haven't let him do that on his own. Hehehehe. Oh, I'll have to get the juicy details later. It sounds like Dad's got his balls in an iron grip. You know exactly what would happen with that man if I didn't keep a tight grip. Don't you? No kidding. You're the only one capable of reining in that old bastard. As his son, I'm more than hell happy to let you take over. Yes, leave it to me. After all, that's my specialty. This woman is my father's wife. Her name is Ushiromiya Kairi. And as you could probably tell from our conversation, she's not my real mother. She's basically my stepmother. What do you mean basically? She just is your stepmother. My real mom died 6 years ago, and Kairi-san is the woman Dad married afterwards. It's understandable for someone my age. I could never bring myself to call his new wife Mom. And I doubt she feels using the word son on this massive kid who's no relation to her at all. We aren't little kids. We know there's nothing to be gained by fighting, so we decided that we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend that we were family. I've decided to act a bit more frank with her, acting as though she's a friendly neighbor instead. Okay, that seems normal. It's much easier if we just keep a little distance instead of forcing ourselves to act all this close and making each other uncomfortable. Kairi-san has become very open about all this, and thanks to that, we've been able to get along pretty well. That's odd. He was 12. He could have tried. He was like a teenager. That's fine. Then, just when we were bad-mouthing Dad about being in the restroom, the man himself came back, wiping his hands with a handkerchief. Battler. Hey, what's up, Dad? Ow, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't pinch my ear. Yeah! So you've been talking trash about me with your mom again, haven't you? What makes it so hard to show a little respect for your father, Oh, he did it again. Ow, whoa, 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 whoa. Damn it, that hurts. You could stretch my ear all you want, but I'm not going to be able to fly. That hurts. I guess that's a Japanese reference that's passing over my little cup. Come on now. Up, up. Down, down, left, left, right. BA start. Now, father said, please forgive me for being so rude. Like hell I will. Go find yourself a members only store if you want it that much. Yeah, let go. The old bastard is my dad. I think I'm pretty tall myself, but Dad's just tall, about just as tall as I am. It's no surprise Aunt Ava started talking about Dad's blood when she saw my height. He's only 5'11". By the way, my height isn't the only thing I got from him. Seems having weird names runs in the family. Dad's full name is written. You can't read it, can you? Come on, it's just... Anyway, the guy's name is pronounced Rudolph. Haha, he must hate grandfather for giving him that name. Still, that's no reason to pass that weird naming tradition on to me. Rudolph isn't as weird as a name as Battler. As the old bastard twisted my ear all over the place, Aunt Ava snuck up behind him and grabbed his ear. Hey, Rudolph! You should know better than to physically abuse your son. Yeah, that hurts, Aneki. This scene perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster younger brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size. I think that's good enough for now, Ava Nason. I'll just make sure to stretch out his other ear later on. Oh, my apologies. I must leave some pulling for you to do, Kairi-san. Rudolph? Make sure Kairi gives you lots and lots of punishment later on, okay? You're one to talk, Aniki. Abusing your little brother like that. Hideyoshi Nissan, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. If you hadn't been so generous, she'd be unsold in the store. You have my gratitude and apologies. That's awful. What? Who are you calling unsold? After taking 2 or 3 steps back, Aunt Ava unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kicks, which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. After starting out with Tai Chi Chuan for her figure, Aunt Ava then developed an interest in Chinese martial arts. After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and what is it she's learning now again? Well, anyway, they say a woman's weapon are in her lower body, and that's literally true of Ava. Rudolph, did you know that a single direct blow to the side of the head would knock you out unconscious? Not so long ago, I accidentally connected in a practice match with my opponent, and he was out cold. Sheesh, what a pain. I'm sorry she can't help walking like a freak. Dad, completely unfazed, shrugged and smiled ironically at Uncle Hideyoshi. Wahahaha. Never had a brother or sister myself. So when I see you two bickering with each other, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It sure is nice to have a big family. Oh, then why not consider making a little brother for George-kun? He's already a fine adult who's about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child. Hey, have a little sympathy for the new kid and all the pain and suffering he'd have to live through. I'm surprised even George-kun turned out as well as he did after being born from a sinister sister of mine. These guys are a bunch of jokesters. And what an awesome kid he is. Oh, where's my phone? Whatever. Please share some of that with our blockhead of a son already, will you? That's not at all how it happened. It's thanks to Ava Nason's proper rearing that George Kun became the kind, gentle kid he is now. Man, I need Tums. Isn't that right, Nissan? Oh, come now. Ha ha ha, you think so? Our George still has a long way to go. Ah, by the way, how's your little Ange-chan? Angie? Ange? Angie-chan doing? I heard she was vomiting. Oh, that's right. And I was hoping to finally see her face after such a long time. Is she okay? She often catches a cold when the seasons change. She's very frail. I did want to bring her along, but we decided to have my family look after her this time. I think that's a wise move. She'll heal a lot better if she stays away from the venomous head family household. A child's health is more important than adults' convenience, don't you think? I know of some great medications for vomiting and colds like that. When we get back home, I'll send you some right away, so please let her try some. Thank you very much, Hideyoshi Nissan. I'm always in your debt. I don't even know where they are. I thought they were about to get on like a private jet. But this has just been going and going. Ugh. And once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we kids didn't have any chance of butting in. For now, I'm just happy Aunt Ava gave Dad his just desserts for tugging on my ear. Are we still waiting for the weather report? George Anaki pointed at the corner. At the counter, the checking weather sign was still stuck next to the departure times for the flight we were scheduled to board. According to Anaki, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather, and it's not at all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a sec. We are totally sure it's not gonna shake, right? From down here on the ground, it looks cloudy. Just looks cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's different where the planes fly. The weather's a bit uncertain today. Aunt Ava looked at the TV in the lounge. The weather forecast was being broadcasted, informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region. A typhoon again. Typhoon! Guess there's no helping it with the annual family conference being held in October. Couldn't he have chosen a better season? I agree. I've always hoped we could have some time around Oban Festival in mid-August. In that case, why don't you suggest that to Father Nissan during the conference? Very funny. Why don't you do it yourself? Our brother would never listen to anything I suggested. No way. It really doesn't bother me that much to have it in October. I was just saying you might want to propose it since you said you hate typhoons so much. I only said that typhoons always come around this time of year. You're the one who said you wanted to move it to the Oban Festival, right? Well, you said it too last year. Didn't you say that it would be easier to fit in your schedule if we had it during the Oban Festival? I never said anything like that. Oh yes, you did. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that. No, I didn't. You're the one saying that all the time. Didn't you know? Stopping a kick just a hair's breadth away from the impact is a very high-level technique. Sheesh. Women shouldn't be spreading their legs like that. Okay. That and Aunt Ava's argument looks no different from a couple of brats quarreling. Even though they usually behave like normal parents, they turn right back into kids again when they meet their siblings at these family conferences. Isn't this supposed to be like a family reunion? Is that like a mistranslation? I don't know. You're the only one who looks like a real adult, analyzing it all calmly. I hope I never turn out like that old bastard. I'd much rather end up as an intellectual adult like you, Aneki. Like me? Oh, I still have a long way to go. I love how I got so tired of doing the voices like right away. Like I just immediately didn't have it in me after I gave that whole soliloquy from Kinzo. I just couldn't. It all died there, all the energy. I think you were far surpassed me on all those counts, Battler-kun. I'm sure you'll outstep me fast enough when you become an adult. George Aneki scratched his head and laughed as though trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course he was just being humble. Aneki entered a university and became an apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company, at the same time studying both academics and how to become a business emperor in parallel. What's a business emperor? No clue. I tried looking it up. Then, right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as his father's aide, piling a lot of real-life experience as he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own and build up his own kingdom. Aneki is a real paragon of a man, sparing no effort as he strives towards his goal. It's no exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Aneki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky, idle high school life to the max. I've got no dreams of the future. This is the 80s. They're just like chilling. I'm out of root beer. This is critical. Am I out of water? Now I am. The hydration mission of 2025 continues. I got no dreams for the future. I'd just like to stay back, stay cool, and let the money flow in, but of course that could never happen. When Aneki was my age, he already had formed an impressive objective and had started devoting himself towards studying for that goal, so I guess I can't compare at all. Ugh. My dad just says, sure, you can study at my company if you like cleaning toilets. Damn it, I'm not going to be in debt with that old bastard. I'll find a way myself. If only willpower was all it took to become an adult. Oh, I gotta be right back. Actually, I might be getting a phone call. Give me a sec. Of course, my phone is in the most obvious spot. Okay, be careful. I get spam calls on my watch sometimes. Man, my indigestion's bad right now. I might have to call this a little earlier than I thought. Maybe I'll just go look for Tums in like 5 minutes for a break. Should I go on one of those self-searching journeys that are all the rage these days? Well, it's not like I can mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that he was greeting Aunt Rosa, who'd come late. Oh ho! If it isn't Rosa-san, Maria-chan. Long time no see. Oh ho! If it isn't Rosa-san, Maria-chan, long time no see. Oh god. This little disgusting child. Maria. Oh, these two are assholes. Maria, shouldn't that be, it's good to see you again? Greet your uncle properly. It's good to see you again. There you go. Well said. How about some oh my god. iPad child. Give the iPad candy to the iPad child. Rosa-san, it's good to see yous again. It's good to see you too, Maria-chan. This is the pretty one. It's been too long, Kairi Nissan. Hideyoshi Nissan. Ne and ni. Okay. Look how big you've gotten. Oh, come on. It's embarrassing hearing that from every person I meet. Hey, Rosa. You're late. If the plane was on time, you'd barely have made it. I'm sorry. We'd have some trouble making our train connections, so are we waiting on the weather again? Oh, don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing on a boat. Even if we've kept waiting here for an hour, it's still much faster overall. Maria-chan's gotten huge too. So how tall are you now? So how tall am I now? Maria-chan parroted Uncle Hideyoshi's question, looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must change every month. Get a few more years to just start looking feminine. Just how tall were you the last time you got measured? You keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right. I think she's grown a lot since last year. Let's see if she turned 9 years old this year. Oh wait, let's see, comma, she turned 9 years old this year, comma, didn't she, question mark. 9 years old. That's right. You're 9 years old now. Glad to see you're doing well, Maria-chan. Up you go. I guess you've gotten a bit too heavy to play airplane with. George Aniki, what a rude thing to say to a lady. Here, I'll do it. Up you go. When I went to lift her up in Aniki's place, Maria suddenly defensively started staring suspiciously at my face. Ah, that's right. The last time I met Maria was 6 years ago, and she was only 3 years old. Of course she doesn't remember my face. Maria-chan, don't you remember? It's Butler-kun. We used to play together, remember? No surprise, I guess. The last time she met Battler, she was only 3. You don't keep memories at that age. You can have a couple. She must know everyone's face apart from mine because she meets them every year, but I haven't had contact with the Ushiromiya family for about 6 years now. So it's no surprise that the 9-year-old girl doesn't have any memories of me. Even I can only barely remember her being a 3-year-old crybaby. You're 12, dude. Maria, this is Battler Oni-chan. Rudolph Nissan's son. Did they really... I mean, I guess maybe having the honorifics is important, and I just think it's silly because I've watched dubs. I don't know. This score is good, though. I wonder when I get access to the detective mode. I thought this was a detective game. Understand? The brother's son is the brother. The brother's son is. The brother is the son. Question mark, question mark. The sound was probably her brain going into overload at the complicated explanation. I guess the phrasing of that was a bit confusing. Ni, or Oni, the title you'd used her for an actual older brother, could also be friendly honorific for a boy who's only a bit older than you. It's just like Ni, or Oni, words for big sister. One. Maria-chan, this is Battler-kun. He's your cousin, like me. Like George Oni-chan? Battler? Cousin? That's right. You've got it. This part. This part of Anaki is what makes me really look up to him. Someone who isn't married, he's great at dealing with kids. I'm sure he'll be an indulgent father in the future. Battler Oni-chan. Maria looked straight at me with a questioning expression, as though asking whether it was okay to call me that. Yep, that's me, Battler. Nice to meet you. This guy really got the short end of the naming stick. Nice to meet you, Maria. Battler! Maria! You mustn't talk to him like that. Call him Battler Oni-chan. That's alright, Aunt Rosa. I don't sweat the small stuff. Hey, Maria. We're close enough that we don't need honorifics, right? Battler. That's right. Maria. Oh gosh. We horsed around for a while to make up for the 6-year gap in our friendship. She probably still thinks of me as nothing more than a big new friend, but things will probably work out as soon as we get to know each other again. All right, I gotta go take like a 5-10 minute break. I'll be right back. I gotta find some Tums. I'm back. And I might die. I just ate some 11-year-old Tums. But I'm surprised. She's just the way I remembered her being 6 years ago. Seems that people just don't change that much after all. I'm a bit happy that she's still the pure, innocent girl I remember. I mean, Jesus, what? She's 9. Her name is written bleh. Of course, bleh, not bleh, but Maria is pronounced Maria. Why are all the characters cursed with all these weird names? Wait.
Maria.
Oh, it's in kanji. I find my neighbor's number, I can remove it. Nope. I'm just crazy. On the inside, she's just a sweet, normal girl. Then there's Maria's mother, Aunt Rosa. She's my dad's younger sister. Rosa is written blah blah, something like that. Here's a name that's totally not Japanese. Sorry to say, but her name's almost as ridiculous as my dad's. I've got to respect her for not ending up as screwed up as he is. So bizarre. When I think about it, all the names of my family sound foreign. Just why is grandfather so obsessed with that? Because of him, even we grandchildren have to put up with this weird naming sense. It's even more annoying since grandfather's own name is perfectly normal. I think he's Kinzo. And those are all his kids. So we gotta find who this Beatrice person is. Anyway, there's one thing about Rosa that's a relief compared to the other family members. That old bastard and Aunt Ava have this annoying urge to tease and mock people all the time. But even though she shares their blood, Aunt Rosa isn't like that at all. I'm eating exposition for breakfast, lunch, and dinner right now. This is such a visual novel thing. They always do this. Or at least every visual novel I've played has done this thing, where they slowly are feeding me everything I need to know about these characters through exposition and not through, like, storytelling. But it's fine. It's fine. It's a comfy genre thing. She is the most common of all the siblings. Like Uncle Hideyoshi, she's a kind aunt who will always be on the kid's side. However, possibly because she's more strict as a parent, she's not liberal with handing out spending money like Uncle Hideyoshi. Okay. Now we have the entire group of family members. Where's her husband? Who are going to board the plane. At that moment, as soon as had for all of us to arrive, an announcement rang out the lobby. Our apologies for the delay. Boarding will now commence for Flight 201 to Niijima. We ask that the passengers please come form 2 lines for the counter behind the white line. Do they really need 2 lines for these little planes? Rosa, you still haven't got through boarding procedures, right? Hurry up. How'd she even... We had to go through a metal... They didn't do that before? I guess it was the 80s. Airline security, like, was non-existent back then. Our small plane wasn't as massive as an international flight, but it still was a plane. I jumble words when I read. A staff member holding a metal detector checked us all. Once all of us cleared the check, we followed the staff member onto the runway. Come to think of it, everyone here is in the Ushiromiya family. It's like this is a reserved charter flight or something. I mean, it is. Kind of, I guess it is. Our group stopped in front of the entrance of the airplane. Then our guide turned around and spoke, looking down at the passengers list as he did. Boarding will now commence. As I call out the names of the passengers list, please take your seats in order, starting from the front row to the side, the right side, and going right to left, then onto the next row. That's way too confusing. I now begin reading the passengers list. Ushiromiya Hideyoshi-sama. Oh, I'm first. Right here. By the way, do you have some candy, Ava? I would look all over some, but I can't find any. Ushiromiya Eva-sama. They're in my handbag. I'll get one once we're inside the plane. I heard that candies are a good way to protect your ears because of the variations in... I think he's talking about gum. Or is all like candy that you just kind of chew in your mouth good like that? That's probably what they're talking about. Hope I get a window seat! Ha ha ha. Don't worry, there aren't any other kinds of seats. As George and Aniki said, there's apparently only 2 lines of seats. So this is what a small plane is like. We are totally sure it's not gonna shake, right? Shiomira George-sama. Right here. Don't worry, Battler-kun. It won't shake too much. Ushiromiya Battler-sama. Aniki, what do you mean, not too much? You could just swim if you fall from a boat, but if a plane crashes, you're screwed, right? We all get our own parachutes in our seats, don't we? Wait, we don't? Ushiromiya Rudolph-sama. Come on, Battler, stop standing there slack-jawed and get in. Ow! Dad! Don't push me! We don't get parachutes! Ushiromiya Kairi-sama. Okay, you two. Stop fooling around. Let's move on in. Ow, Kairi, don't push me. This blockhead isn't moving. Ushiromiya Miria-sama. I wonder what this character's personality is all about. Got Jughead syndrome going on. Let's move on in. Ushiromiya Rosa-sama. Maria, be quiet. This is our pilot, Kawabata. We'd like to thank you for taking New Tokyo Aviation's Flight 201 today. We estimate that the flight to Niijima Airport will take about 20 minutes. We are receiving reports of atmospheric turbulence. There may be some shaking of the aircraft, so we ask you do not unfasten your seatbelts after takeoff. Aniki, did that guy just say we need to wear our seatbelts? Yeah. In a jumbo jet, they let you undo them after takeoff, right? So it's just gonna shake so much that we can't take them off? Damn it, you tricked me. It is gonna shake after. This guy is phobic. Where are the parachutes? I knew I should have taken both. Legend of the Golden Witch. Ushiromiya Battler. Ushiromiya George. Ushiromiya Jessica. Ushiromiya Maria. Ushiromiya Kinzo. Ushiromiya Kraus. I haven't met Kraus yet. Ushiromiya Natsuhi or Natsuhi. Ushiromiya Rosa. Ushiromiya Kairi. Ushiromiya Rudolph. Nanjo Terumusa. Oh, we met him. Ronue Genji. We met him. Shannon, Cannon, Gora Toshiro, and Kumasawa Chiyo. Where are they going? Should have taken the boat. The boat. Fall! Fall! Maria, that's enough. But what a surprise. I thought there was nothing that could scare Battler-kun. This guy can't handle vehicles for some reason. Always yells about falling and sinking and stuff. You're a disgrace of a man, you are. This guy is an asshole. Ah, shut up. That thing was seriously taking away too much. Shut up. That thing was seriously shaking too much. I just got a little stressed since it was my first time on a small plane like that. Man, this guy's needs help. You call that a little stressed? Am I getting ill of this music? Oh god, I'm getting really tired of this music. Maybe I just play some of my own music. It's just too much. I'm having a moment. Sorry. I'm trying to get some new music, but hold up. I'm just gonna do the old reliable. Nope. I'm just gonna do the game music and torture myself. Nope. Never mind. It's too much. Too much. Ugh. I never watched that new Jubilee video. I'm gonna turn this up, and then I'm gonna go just the old lo-fi. We go with the royalty-free jazz. Are any of these like classics? Nope. No standards here. We're just gonna live with that. It'll be fun to take an overseas vacation with you, Batlakun. Would you like to go to Egypt with your wand? You get to ride a plane for a full 14 hours. There's a good plan. Batlakun, you should go let Ava Nason toughen you up some. Still, that's so hilarious. Got their strong and weak points. It's bad to laugh at them. Dad, you're laughing too. Jag. Hey, Maria-chan, you shouldn't laugh anymore. You shouldn't be laughing anymore. Yeah, damn it. Is being scared of planes really such a big deal? Everyone obviously thinks I'm a big oaf now. Please don't tell me his mom died in a car crash. Oh my god, please don't tell me his mom died in a car crash. We split up and took separate taxis from the airport to the harbor. From there on, we would be taking a boat to the island. The islands are right next to each other, so the distance of the trip wasn't that great. By boat, it was a leisurely 30 minutes to the island. When we reached the pier, oh my god, that's my name. Ik ben Pier. Ik ben Grote Pier. When we reached the pier where the boat in the island was anchored, we saw a figure waving at us. George Nissan. It's been so friggin' long. Ah, Jessica Jean. It's been a year since I saw you. Ouch, my ear. Gotten taller again. Yeah, haha, don't give me that. It's embarrassing when you say it every year. He's 23. Oh wait, no, I think he's talking to her. I'm not smart enough for this. Huh. Hey, Anna, you've gotta be kidding me. Is that really Jessica? Wait a second. George? Is this big guy Battler? We both stared at each other. She definitely didn't look like that in my memories, but I do remember her crazy way of talking. Yo, Jessica! What's this now? Ooh, I like that. Okay, you're kidding me. You look like a woman now. What's these? Ugh. Oh my god, this is so bizarre. I can't believe... Not reading that. Oh, extremely not reading that. Don't screw around with me. I'm a blushing flower of 18. Of course, my hair grew longer and I got these. Cringe. Anime cringe. And speaking of you sure got ridiculously huge. But did you get a bit stronger too? Don't screw with me or I'll show you how much training I've done since back then. You're pissing me off. I'll beat you at your own game. This headstrong girl's name is Jessica. But she was born under the same unlucky star as me, sharing the same kind of weird name. Anyways, blue is pronounced Jessica. She's Dad's older brother's daughter. Your cousin? The older brother happens to be the oldest son of the Yoshiromiya family. So for now, it means Jessica is the direct family heir. Since Jessica and I are the same age and sometimes had little boy-girl squabbles with each other, we've always been used to fighting and joking around together whenever the relatives gather. Jessica grew more quickly, so she always... Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Girls always grow faster. In terms of size and physical strength. When we scuffled and tested strength, it usually went Jessica's way. So even though I realized I've grown bigger, part of my mind was still convinced that I couldn't beat Jessica. What? What the? What are you getting all serious for? Hello? Hey, this is nothing. Jessica, you've got weak. Shut up. I'm a girl. Of course I couldn't beat a guy with physical strength forever, right? Well, you've got a point there. The meat I put on my arms, oh. I can't. This is so freaking anime. Oh, is Trump talking about the North Korea stuff? That'd be wild. I love that, like, strumming jazz guitar when they do that. Pretty much pioneered by Wes Montgomery as far as I see it, but that's not really true. can't believe I've just spent the last like 3 minutes just recuperating. It looks like it'd be at pretty even Tessa strength. Why does it get worse? I'm just so in awe. Honestly, I was so surprised at how feminine Jessica had become that she had to joke around like an idiot to hide it. Well, considering what a bossy brat she was 6 years ago, anyone would be surprised. And I guess she's just as surprised. She probably wasn't expecting to lose to me in a test of strength. After losing that easily, she must be shocked about how much I've grown in the past 6 years. I mean, it's pretty normal. 6 years. Once again, I'm being shown just what a huge gap of time that was. Crap. Total defeat. It's like I'm no match for you anymore. That's not true. Even Battler must have his weakness. Right, Maria-chan? Fall. Fall! I don't think she's referring to the season. I think she's like wishing death upon them. Shh, cut it out, Maria. Let's just keep that a secret. Fall? What the heck are you even talking about? Heh. Sorry, but there's no chance you'll see the weakness of mine now. After all, the nightmare plane trip is already over and done with. The only thing left is the nice, quiet splashing of the boat ride. I never thought I'd start loving that piece of junk boat this much. Huh? You know, the narrative significance of dropping all of your characters on an island is pretty significant. I'm sure will lead to no consequences. Huh? George, Nissan. Is there something wrong with his head? You'll understand soon. Very soon. At the time, I didn't get what Aniki meant by that big smile. Hey, what have we here? Butler-san, how big you've grown. Who is it this time? It's an old... Oh, who's it this time? It's an old lady with an apron. Oh, yeah, that takes me back. I remember now. You remember her, right? It's Kumasawa-san, the servant. I could never forget you. Kumasawa Ba-chan. After all, you aged a bit in these past 6 years. If anything, I'd say you're looking even younger than ever. Ho ho ho! Lately my skin's been getting quite smooth and silky. This game. I thought this was peak. This is so bizarre. Yeah, give me a break. It's girls I'm looking for, not grannies. The jokes I'd cracked about Jessica were being turned against me. Come to think about it, Kumasawa has always been the type to tease people. Kumasawa-san, stop that now. People with one foot in the coffin shouldn't jump around. Just what with the young is the most rejuvenating medicine. Oh. It's rare for you to come pick us up, Kumasawa-san. Wonder what's gotten into you. Usually you're lumbago. Yes, lumbago. Let's go. She has lumbago. She's Uncle Pill! She's Uncle from Red Dead 2! Ugh. Whatever happened to Jalen Carter? Did they decide? Usually your lumbago case of some job to do, giggle. I can't believe she just accused her of lumbago. It's my lumbago, John. You're as harsh as ever. Ugh, I'm just... I'm still a little flabbergasted. Big ice rink. Found myself with some urgent purchases to make, and while I was at it, I thought I would come over welcome tons. Although it does give a bad impression if one waiting to greet you is a decrepit old woman. Aunt Ava spoke sarcastically. Kumasawa's Bachan's years of experience were nothing to sneeze at. She was more than capable of smoothly and coolly deflecting that comment. Well, it feels bad to say it, but old Kumasawa Bachan may be past her prime as a servant. She might act as though she's in good health. Between the headaches and her lumbago, her body's wearing out. To tell the truth, the very fact is she's still working is impressive. How old is she this year again? Oh, she must be pushing 80 at least. It's incredible that she's still able to act so cheerily. Hey, you must seem to get more and more lively. Oh, that's right, here you are. It's the tea I told you about before. Looks like I bought you some. Please do try it later on. Aunt Rosa took a souvenir bag out from her suitcase. To think that she remembered a promise that she'd apparently made last year and faithfully bought it. This sort of thoughtfulness was just like Aunt Rosa. She was the kind of person who would forget to break a promise. I am. I'd forget. This woman is Kumasawa Chio-san. I get a little confused with like how like the Japanese and Korean, Hungarian, etc. naming systems works. This is her given name is Chio, last name Kumasawa. That's how I think we're doing it right now. I think a lot of English translations it's kind of weird because English translations of anime, at least the ones I've seen, like a big anime guy, they kind of flip-flop this around when they're doing localization for English. It's never really consistent. I'll be right back. Alright, yep. She's a senior servant who's been working at the Shiromiya head family household for many years. As you'd expect from someone her age, manual labor isn't her strong point, but she's a kind of super surgeon who can handle just about anything from kitchen work to cleaning and laundry. This is kind of wrong. This is wrong. Oh, wait. Can't forget. Oh, shit. There we go. I was not ready for soprano saxophone in my night tonight, but if that's what the YouTube gods have granted me, then so be it. It seems like her only flaw is tendencies to slack off. She's 80 some. I hear she tries to get away from her heavy or troublesome work by playing up chronic diseases. In Kumasawa's Bachan's case, this is just so much. This is probably a sign of craftiness rather than laziness. I have to look at that honorific means. Bazillion of them. Okay, Sama. There's one more. Wait, Sama. Gotta look all these up. Wait, it's... What does Bachan mean? Grandma. Okay. I just had to Google that. I'm not... It's rather than laziness. Though it probably doesn't impress those paying her salary. Ah well. Even if she's pretty flaky when it comes to her work, I could never dislike her. I guess it's probably because of her cheerfulness and her constant smile. Hey, glad to see you're still in fine spirits. How's your back doing then? Even with the medicine, it's not getting one whit better. According to the doctor, nothing can be done for this one. I gotta work on my posture. Okay. It's what you might call an incurable disease. Ho ho ho. Anyway, Jessica just keeps getting prettier. Good thing she takes after Natsuhine-san. Who's Natsuhine-san? Really, personally, I don't think we look alike at all. I mean, I don't even want to be like my parents, because I got zero respect for them. Now, you shouldn't say such things. Giggle. Well, there are a few people who don't want to be like their parents on our family. Ah, that's me. You sure as hell better not take after me. Your nose is Your nose looking like mine already pisses me off. His nose doesn't look anything like it. What are you talking about? You're surprisingly like you and Father. Come on, you can't be serious. Just how am I like Dad? You're a lot like him, especially in how arrogant and prideful you are. Father's blood is especially strong in you, and Nissan. Wouldn't you say, Rosa? Oh, absolutely. Kraus, Nissan, and Rudolf Nissan. Oh, Kraus is probably the oldest brother. Are almost unbelievably like Dad. I want to be Klaus. That's an awful name. Alright. Already. Why am I the only one under fire from the girls? Hideyoshi Nisama, give me a hand, please. My, Rudolph-kun. You're always so popular with the ladies. I'm jealous. Wahaha. As usual, you're popular enough to make me jealous. Well then, everyone shall head over to the boat. Shall we head over to the boat? Come on now, Maria-san, let's get on the boat together, okay? Get on the boat together. Everyone gets on together. Hell yeah. This time around, I'm not gonna be scared. I'm used to being shaken by the waves. That piece of junk fishing boat. I'm less afraid of shaking than the engine breaking down and the boat drifting on. Oh yes, Battler-kun, I forgot to tell you, that fishing boat was completely worn out, so it was taken out of commission a few years back. Now we get taken to the island on a different boat. Oh right, it's Battler's first time using the new boat. It's super comfortable, freaking fast. You can go crazy high speeds. Oh, that means less travel time, right? That sounds great. Having to worry about sinking is less scary than being on a plane, but it'll be as awesome. Get it over with as soon as possible. Is Battler-kun going to go fall again? That's only on airplanes. Everything's fine now. Anyways, it's the captain's pride and joy. A kind of modded high-speed boat. Seems like he's got pretty souped up. He was bragging about how we attached 4 base high-efficiency propellers to make it break 40 knots. Or something like that. He talks about it all the time, and so I sort of memorized the spiel. Yeah, I've got it memorized too, since we hear about it every year. The captain said he's been obsessed with modding ever since he lost a speed contest with a foreign boat ages ago. According to him, that opponent managed to break 30 knots with just a fishing boat. And his thirst for a revenge match got him to build an awesome, all-new, super high-speed modded boat. I'm sure you'll just love it. Battler. Super high-speed modded boat. My first thought is it would be much better than some beat-up boat that might sink any moment, but for some reason I get the feeling of foreboding. Probably just overthinking it. Hey, Battler, maybe you should just swim up to the island. Battler-kun, shouldn't you? You shouldn't lean over the railing too much. You might fall. Fall. Damn it. So this is why you were grinning back there. So this is the super high-speed boat that the captain started modding. Oh yes, that piece of junk fishing boat from 6 years ago doesn't hold a candle to this guy. Whoa, it's shaking. You're gonna fall. Gonna fall. If I fall, I'll land in the ocean and drown. Where's the parachute? I mean, where's the buoy? Give me a life jacket. Wah ha ha ha. Battler, what the heck are you doing that for? Wah ha ha ha. Jessica-chan, Maria-chan, it's not nice to tease. Battler-kun, if you're scared, just don't come out on the deck. I think you'll be able to calm down for a bit if you go inside the boat. Heh, that's no thanks to you, Anaki. Shipwreck victims are always the ones inside the boat. The survivors are usually those on the deck during the accident. I'm not listening to this song. Actually, I am. I'm Isaro's production. But it's shaking. I'm gonna fall. Whoa! Shake, gonna fall. Maria, I told you to behave yourself. But Battler-kun, it looks like you really can't handle it. I'll go tell the captain to slow down for you. Whoa, Aunt Rosa, thank you. I can tell now that safe, slow driving is definitely the way to go, even on the sea. Hehehe. Don't do that, Rosa. Trials and tribulations are important for young men. Isn't that right, Battler-kun? Oh, no, they're not. You'd better be able to overcome a little scare like this, otherwise you'll never be able to go out to Egypt with your aunt. Whoa, Aunt Ava, you're so mean. Oh no, I'm gonna fall. Life jacket, parachute. Whoa. Wait. If I spin around and think that way, what's the enemy aiming for? Is he doing this to scare me? If that's just what he's aiming for, too bad. Like hell, I'll be scared. But no, I'm gonna fall. So after I made a huge fool of myself for a while, Aunt Rosa had a talk with the boat captain and he slowed down to a more manageable speed for me. Ha! That's a bit better. Thought I was gonna die earlier. Apparently the max speed I can tolerate is extremely slow. But now that was just completely insane. The whole boat was shaking, sliding and leaping under the ocean surface. It felt like I was riding on the back of a flying fish. Jessica was still guffawing at me as I leaned against the railing, tired and disheartened. I lost in that strength contest earlier, but I'm glad I know I'm no worse off where it really counts. But seriously, ha 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 ha. Damn it, go ahead and laugh. One of these days I'm gonna find your weakness and get back at you, and then... What is up with him? That's your cousin, bro. Stop. This is extremely not okay. Why does he keep doing it? God, anime. Manga. Ugh. Battler, all week. Yeah, Battler all week. I want to die on land, not an ocean or the sky. Maria was patting my back, so I patted her head in return. Her expression was blank, as usual, but I realized she wanted to console me. Battler-kun, the captain's throwing in drinks to make it up for this. Would you like to calm yourself down? George, Anaki, and Kumasawa-bachan brought us all ice cold cans of soft drinks and beads of water. Oh shit. Judging from Kumasawa's big grin, our parents inside the boat were all probably rolling around laughing at my moment of pure terror. Damn it, I'm so embarrassed I can't bear to face any of them. If I didn't change the subject somehow, I had the feeling I'd be the butt of everyone's joke for the whole trip, so I tried to think of something harmless to talk about. Hey Jessica, how are Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsui doing? My old man and mom? Unfortunately, they're fine. Oh my god. Though every word out of their mouths is study, study, which pisses me off. I'm so jealous since it doesn't look like Uncle Hideyoshi or Uncle Rudolph would say any stuff like that. Ha ha ha. Oh no, before I had my exams, my parents kept pressing me about it over and over. I thought it was annoying to them, but now I'm grateful. Ha, I knew it. You really are awesome, Aniki. Anyway, I have to look after myself. No one tells me what to do. Well, it's not like I'd listen, but if they did, Butler-san, have you not returned to your parents' home? Well, I kinda go back now and then. I've got lots of clothes and stuff left at the house, and I was living until recently. Battler has 2 houses? Something like that. Why? Why do you have 2 houses? Only Maria couldn't really grasp the situation and voiced this naive question. However, the others just shot nervous glances at me, choosing not to respond, even though they knew the answer. Maria. Look, you can see the harbor now. Look over there. Can you see it? Saw the harbor. Saw the harbor. Apparently Jessica was trying to be nice by changing the subject. Apparently there's voice acting in this. But I'm my own voice actor. Ah well, I'd rather not talk about it if I can help it, but it's uncomfortable to have treated like some kind of weird taboo. I don't mind it much myself anymore. I may be a member of the Ushiromiya family, but the truth is, for the last 6 years I've been living with my grandparents on my late mother's side, and I've even been using her family name. When those grandparents passed away, one after the other, I basically had no choice but to go back and live with the old bastard. Don't get me wrong, I didn't just run away from home or anything like that. The only one at fault here was my dad. I really don't blame Kairi-san. Being able to hold that old bastard's reins and ride him out is no mean feat. Still, the way the old bastard betrayed my mom, well, unfortunately, I still haven't gotten over that. We're getting there soon. George Aniki cleared his throat, trying to change the subject. Please forgive my indiscretion. It seems this old woman has said too much already. If I have hurt your feelings, I don't mind. And no one's feelings are hurt. Don't worry, Kumasawa Bachan. Kumasawa seemed to regret speaking out of turn, but I was more concerned about being worried over something like that, so I stood and passed it off lightly. After that, I had a sip of my drink and headed over to Maria and Jessica, who were gazing over the silhouette of the island. Battler, I saw the island. Saw the island. There. Where is it? Oh, I see it now. Even after 6 years, the island hasn't changed a bit. The small island silhouette in front of us had gotten pretty close. The island's name is Rokenjima. It's a small island about 10 kilometers around, located in the Izu archipelago. Since they call this archipelago the Izu 7, lots of people think there are only 7 islands, but it's not true. There's actually several more, and Rokenjima is one of the minor islands that don't get counted. Even if that weren't the case, I doubt you'd find many people who knew about this island. Only people connected to the Ushiromiya family ever go there. In other words, outsiders and tourists never have any reason to care about it, so you'll never find this island's name on a travel brochure. After all, Rokenjima is an estate possessed by the Ushiromiya head family. Only the Shiromiya family lives there, and only people connected to the Shiromiya family come and go from there. There's nothing there except a harbor and a mansion. The vast majority of the island is just uncultivated forest. Such a waste, when it could be made into a nice golf course or something. However, when you realize the entire coastline is a private beach, it starts to sound pretty magnificent. You've probably guessed by now, but to put it simply, well, the Shiromiya family is just rolling in dough. The head family apparently possesses a vast fortune, and Dad and the others who make up the branch families have built up plenty of wealth for themselves, finding success in their respective businesses. I've been living a commoner's life at my grandparents' home these 6 years, so I'd completely forgotten. But the old bastard's house is elegant, really is elegant, and everything about it is tuned to match the snobbish tastes of the annoyingly rich. Come to think of it, I guess that makes George, Aniki, Jessica, Maria, and me wealthy, high-class gentlemen and ladies. Needless to say, none of us think of ourselves that way at all. I don't see myself as being rich. George Aniki, who takes self-discipline very seriously, doesn't let himself get too comfortable. Jessica is always complaining that she'd rather move to the city than be rich, and Maria is still a kid who isn't interested in money at all. Does that attitude really make us any less snobbish? From the perspective of people in poverty who can't pay the bills, we really have been blessed with a lot. This isn't the place for it to explain any further, so I won't. Anyway, it's the same as not being able to choose from your parents. You're born. I didn't ask to be born to a rich family, and I don't think it's really something to be envied. It can be pretty trying when people are prejudiced against you because you're— oh, shut up! Wah. As I pondered these sentimental thoughts, Maria started shouting and I leaned over the railing. It! Gone. What's wrong, Maria? Did you drop something? It! Gone, gone! It! Maria kept yelling, gone, gone. At first it sounded like she had dropped something. While she shouted, she also pointed out over the ocean. What's wrong? What's gone? I'll look for it too if you want. What is it? If she dropped something, she probably would have looked down at the floor, but Maria was pointing out over the ocean. I turned on the audio again and trusted it. Strange. However, since my famous last memories of this place 6 years ago, I was able to spot it for items here every year. If I remember correctly, wasn't there a Tory or something that talked about a small dog in that way? That's right, I remember it well. It's got close out as the first thing to greet us. Wow, you're amazing. Even though it's been 6 years, you remember it. It was here, wasn't it? The tutelary God's shrine, and a glory like fingers standing all alone on the crag. Now they knew what was reaching it. I'm pretty sure they were still there last week. Maybe they were washed away by the waves or something. It was a small crowd, so probably up. That's my theory too. It was last summer that it disappeared. They say an enormous lightning bolt came crashing down and smashed the shrine. The fishermen whispered that having a thunderbolt fall upon our orange flame god would be important for approaching misfortune. Uamara, Kumasawa. It's on smile Englishly as if she's put her hands together while telling the Japanese phrase. However, Maria apparently took it seriously. portent, misfortune. Ugh. Enough Kusama-san. Maria is an old woman who lives in a jail. It's okay, Maria. It's just a coincidence. Nothing scares him. George eyed him with a hand over his shoulder and calmed him down. Maria's sharp-eyed expression looked at her. Misfortune. Misfortune. Maria nodded that word over and over. Apparently, a single word over and over has allowed him to raise their mind. Ever since the war. Yeah, children are weird. Hey now, Maria. If you say it over and over like that, misfortune will really end up happening, you know? Oh, I need a talking break. Whew. Okay. I tapped on Maria's other shoulder. Maria put her head around, stared at my face, and spoke unblinkingly. Misfortune is coming. Just as it came from. I answered lightheartedly, trying to break the tension in the air. Oh! Let's save. Wow, okay, she hates her brother. Wow, she made her husband take his name. That's crazy. Her father's identity is unknown. Oh, okay, she's into like black magic and shit. That's spooky. Okay, she just starts the family. She has an asthma. That's so relatable, Queen. Okay. Ugh. That was very a bit much. I looked at this on the sky. It's just as cloudy, and it had grown a great deal more leaden than I'd been aware. What is leaden? Oh, technically. This is not good on my vocal cords. I'm not used to talking for this long. It's been a hot second. Well, I guess it makes for a pretty good excuse to be absent. Ugh. She appeared sad. Could have misfortune in this cloudy sky. She's been wondering that nonstop. Girls at Maria's age seem to be very impressionable. Oh yeah, that's true. She's just about the age where many girls start to get excited about sixth senses and whether they have psychic potential inside. Or maybe she's a psychic. This child has. I don't really think this child is spooky. I just think they're behind in speech and language development. Tantrum because I don't. Okay, something bad is gonna happen. I feel like the grandfather's gonna die. This guy is absolutely freaking out. Rumor has it, long ago, Rokenshima was just as Kurosawa-san's nothing else in the kind of story, just a sharp Jessica's tone is extremely I'm not sure further, just out of simple curiosity. Judging by the look on Jessica's face, whatever Kurosawa thought child was likely to say would probably make Maria even more uneasy. If I did try to test her for the story, the odds were pretty good and anything like I do apologize about that. Little slow. Like, I've been reading about this boat ride longer than the boat ride should have. Rude. After she left, Uncle Hideyoshi showed up in her place. Since he'd arrived mid-conversation, he completely failed to notice the complicated atmosphere hung about the scene. So he He's just coming in, ray of sunshine. He's like, what's up? So in the end, it was like back to the break the mood. Looks like we're almost there. Oh, I got a thingy. Hold up. Ella Parker, 22. Here to do any self-promotion. I'm unfortunately broke as a joke, so I can't buy Twitch art. Sorry, friend. But if you're here to hang out, that would be cool. Looks like we're almost there. Okay, just a bit more. Took forever at the speed we went today. Can I pop out this chat bar? Oh no. Okay, I'm just not gonna worry about it. Took forever at the speed. Oh wait, I forgot they slowed down the boat. I'm wrong. Wonder whose fault that was. Wahahaha. Uncle Hideyoshi, give me a break already. Ha ha ha. Ahaha. Every time I have to do that, I'm losing a little bit of myself. Come on, don't stop me there. Seriously, thanks to Battler here, it's taken forever. Ugh. Maria probably thought that everyone was refusing to listen to her. She hung her head, wearing a fretful expression. As she did, George Anarchy crouched down to meet her eyes and spoke to her kindly. Maria-chan, there's nothing to be afraid of, because we're all together. Also, I forgot to say, thank you. I'm doing better than I've been recently. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. Go ahead and say it. Work together. Ugh. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together. Yes, there's nothing to be afraid of if we're with each other. It's so predictable. Ugh. I saw somebody describe AI as like an economic bubble recently. Well, today on Twitter. But the question is, does it stick together, there'll never be anything to be at all to be afraid of. Right, Jessica? Yeah, no doubt about that. What George Nissan says is always true, Maria. Ugh. George Oni-chan, always true. Yes, I don't lie. So trust me. There's nothing to be afraid of. Ugh. I should set up like another I should put this up. I just saw it. I should like set all over the time. Yeah, I gotta try to figure that out. I'm so insane I would do it now. I gotta figure this out. Uh, explanation. Oh, that's sub-only chat? Yes. Yeah, I'll look at it later. But setting that up should get rid of some of the problems of spam bots. That was happening. Yeah. I just need to get back to my stream now. I trust you. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're all together. Not afraid. Maria jumped into George's arms and laughed and hugged him tightly. He pats her head, she jumps away. And she's gone. She was once again there's nothing to be afraid of anymore because we're together. Yeah, that's it. Hahaha, something like that. We'll be arriving soon. The harbor was already drawing near. I think we're there. What is this? Oh, it's really late. 10:30? Oh, in the morning. The boat gave me a big shudder. Seems we've docked at the harbor. The boat driver came out and jumped into the pier. I think that's where I'm actually gonna call it. Yeah, I gotta do it right. System. System. Type that. Current type of screen. Alright, probably continue this either later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see.